Dear child, the angels have a special message for you today. Today, something deeply meaningful is unfolding between you and someone special. Recently, this person shared something intimate with a family member, an event so emotionally charged that it brought them to tears. This moment touched their heart in a way they could no longer ignore revealing. How deeply this connection still affects them. If you are new here, make sure to subscribe the channel so you won't miss any new messages. The angels reveal that your relationship is at a critical turning point for a long time. This person has carried the weight of their emotions, avoiding confronting the true depth of their feelings. The recent conversation with their family member was a significant moment in which they finally opened up about what they've been experiencing. Their emotions were so strong that tears flowed uncontrollably, and the barriers they had built to protect themselves began to crumble. This emotional release was not just a simple reaction. It was a moment of profound truth. For the first time, they fully acknowledge how much this connection means to them. The tears they shed reflected the pain, longing, and emotional weight they had been holding inside for so long. This vulnerability was a powerful step toward honesty, both with themselves and with others. This emotional outpouring came unexpectedly. For a long time, they tried to keep their feelings for you, hidden even from themselves. The connection between you two was something they didn't want to openly confront. But now, the burden of these emotions has become too heavy, and they felt an overwhelming urge to share their feelings. The family member they confided in was a natural choice for this moment. Someone they felt could help ease their emotional load. However, instead of the relief they were hoping for, the conversation only brought more emotions to the surface. They realized that their feelings for you are not going away, they're growing stronger. What they hoped would be a moment of clarity only reinforced how much this connection means to them, and how urgently they need to confront it. This person has always found it difficult to deal with deep emotions, especially when those feelings are complex and uncertain. What they feel for you is something that defies logic when they try to express it. They often find themselves overwhelmed and their words are replaced by tears. This vulnerability is not something they are used to showing, especially to others. What might have seemed like an emotional outburst to the family member was in reality a deep cry for help. From someone who can no longer ignore their feelings. Opening up in this way allowed them to be honest about what they've been experiencing, but they also realized that the family member couldn't provide the answers. They were seeking. This connection between you and them is something that others might not fully understand. It's a journey that belongs solely to the two of you. Something only you both can truly feel and experience. Outsiders, no matter how well-meaning, cannot comprehend the depth of this bond. For this person, the tears they shed were not just about sadness. They were about longing, frustration, and fear. Each tear reflected their desire to reconnect with you, their frustration at not knowing how to move forward, and their fear that you might be moving on without them. Deep down, they feel a sense of loss, as if the possibility of being with you is slipping away, and that thought terrifies them despite their efforts to distance themselves, distract their mind, or seek comfort in other things. Your presence continues to impact their life. The conversation with the family member only reinforced how deeply you remain a part of their world, even when they try to pretend otherwise. The angels show that this emotional opening was not only necessary, but also a key moment of awakening for them. They now understand that this connection has been an important part of their journey, and they can no longer avoid it while they deal with these emotions. You may also be sensing a shift. You might feel that the energy around you is changing, and this is because on a spiritual level, this conversation has had a significant impact on the spiritual plane. Their emotional release has activated a new phase in your connection. It has caused your energies to start aligning again, drawing you closer together. Even though things may seem distant or uncertain in the physical world on a deeper level, there is a powerful force at play pulling you both toward each other as you move forward. Trust that this is a time of transformation and growth for both of you. The emotions they've been avoiding are now at the forefront, and they are beginning to confront them while this process might feel overwhelming. It is also a time of healing and clarity. The angels remind you that love is often complex and filled with challenges, but it is through these moments of vulnerability that true connection and understanding can emerge. Trust the process and know that the energy between you two is aligning in ways that may soon bring resolution and deeper understanding. It is not by chance that this person became emotional and cried when speaking about you. Their tears are a reflection of the deep significance you hold in their life, and how much this connection has challenged them to grow and transform. The angels reveal that this moment of vulnerability is just the beginning of a much larger process where they will be required to open up more and more to their own feelings and truly understand what they desire for the future. This journey will not be an easy one, but it is a path that has the potential to lead to profound healing and a renewal of the bond between you. Now that their feelings are exposed, they are faced with the need to reconcile with themselves and the emotions they have for you. Despite part of them resisting and fearing the idea of completely giving in, there is also a greater force pushing them forward, encouraging them not to abandon. In this connection, the angels want you to understand that this process is just in its initial stages, and much more is yet to unfold as this journey continues to evolve. The conversation they had with their family member was a pivotal moment, a turning point that brought all the emotions they had been suppressing to the surface by verbalizing what they had kept hidden. They acknowledged to themselves that there is something about you that they cannot ignore. The impact of this connection remains strong even though time and distance have attempted to weaken it. What they may not have shared with their family member, or may not fully understand themselves yet, is the extent to which this connection has challenged all of their previous beliefs about love. Love before they met you. They followed a simple and somewhat cold approach to emotions, keeping themselves detached and avoiding deep involvement. However, from the moment your energies connected, something shifted inside them. There was a spark. They could not explain a feeling that no matter how hard they tried, they could not escape. This scared them, and still does. The fear of completely giving in and risking being hurt made them adopt a stance of resistance, keeping their distance and appearing cold at times. Despite all the emotional walls they've built, the truth is that this connection continues to manifest itself in their life. In unexpected ways, they may see signs that remind them of you in their everyday life. Experience synchronicities that make them question whether the universe is sending them a message, or even dream about you during moments of greater emotional vulnerability. It's as if destiny is constantly nudging them to confront what they feel for you, showing them that this connection has a deeper purpose. They have yet to fully comprehend these signs are not mere coincidences. They are signals from the angels guiding them toward a deeper understanding of what you both represent to each other. The outpouring of emotion they experienced while talking with their family member was an important first step. But it is only the beginning of a healing and self-discovery process that will bring many challenges by speaking about you. They began to confront their own emotional limitations, realizing that in order to move forward, they must let go of their fears and allow themselves to fully embrace their feelings. However, this journey is not without its struggles. They are still caught between the desire to surrender to these emotions and the impulse to flee from them. Their hesitation stems from a fear that if they allow themselves to love again, they may end up being rejected or not receiving the love they hope for in return. This fear is rooted in past experiences where love brought pain and disappointment. Instead of joy yet with you, things feel different. They sense an inexplicable attraction, something that challenges them to believe that this time things could be better. The angels want you to know that this internal struggle is part of their spiritual awakening. It is as though your connection is pushing them out of their comfort zone, forcing them to question not only what they feel for you, but also who they truly are. The conversation with their family. M made it clear to them that no matter how much they try to push you out of their thoughts, they cannot. This is because there is something deeper at play. This connection between you is not just a random encounter or fleeting attraction. It is a spiritual journey, destined to transform you. Both the resistance they exhibit is a reaction to their fear of change, fear of opening themselves up to the unknown, and embracing a new way of loving and being loved. However, as the angels continue to send them signs, it becomes increasingly clear that this transformation is inevitable. You may feel that even without direct communication, this person's energy is more present in your life than ever before this happens. Because on a spiritual level, the two of you are more connected than you can imagine. It's as if each step they take towards acknowledging the truth of their feelings is mirrored by an energetic response from you, further reinforcing the bond that unites you when they cry while talking about you. They are allowing their soul to express what their mind has been trying to hide. This emotional honesty, though painful, is necessary for both of you to move forward. The angels are telling you that this is a moment to trust the process. The person you are connected with is on a deep journey of self-discovery, and each tear they shed is a crucial part of that path. The emotions they are feeling are not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength. Only those who are ready to transform are capable of facing their own shadows. Their emotional release with their family member was not the end of the story, but rather the beginning of a new chapter, where the truth of their feelings will become increasingly clear. You who feel this connection so intensely are being called to remain calm and confident. The angels want you to understand that this person needs to go through this process on their own. But this does not mean that they are not thinking about you, or that the connection is fading. On the contrary, what is happening is a preparation for something greater. A future where both of your souls will be able to meet on a level of truth and love that goes beyond what either of you has experienced before. As this person continues to work through their emotions, they will slowly begin to release their resistance, allowing the possibility of a new beginning to emerge between you. The angels are showing that while they are processing their feelings and the challenges of this connection, you are also being asked to reflect on what you truly want for the future of this relationship. The conversation with their family member was only a fragment of a much larger process. By opening up, they weren't just trying to understand their own emotions, but also seeking a way to justify the impact you've had on their life. It's as if this emotional opening served as a mirror reflecting back to them all the aspects of their emotional world that they had feared confronting. But now, in this moment of vulnerability, they can feel more clearly than ever how much you truly matter to them. This connection has sparked something within them that they cannot deny any longer. The journey ahead will be challenging, but it is also filled with the promise of transformation, healing, and the possibility of a deeper move of their emotions for the first time. In a long while, the angels are smoothing the path ahead, sending signs and synchronicities to guide this person towards understanding that this connection isn't fleeting or superficial. It holds a deeper spiritual purpose. Their conversation with the family member was just the first step in a longer journey, one that requires patience, reflection, and a willingness to grow. What you might be sensing now is a quiet but significant movement in their energy, even if it's not yet visible in their actions. This internal shift is guiding them closer to you, though they may not fully recognize it. Yet their tears were not just an expression of sadness or frustration. They were a sign of their courage. They had been holding back their feelings for so long, but now those emotional walls are starting to break down. The possibility of reconciliation is emerging, and the angels want you to know that although this person's journey may be slow, they are moving in the right direction. With each tear and each conversation, they are coming closer to accepting that what they feel for you is real and worth exploring. The angels encourage you to continue sending them positive energy, as your presence, whether conscious or not, plays a critical role in their healing process. While they navigate their emotions, they are beginning to realize that keeping this connection at a distance has caused them more pain than embracing it ever would. The bond between you is undeniable, and their heart continues to orbit around you. Even as they wrestle with their fears and insecurities, what's happening now is an awakening within them. The emotional release triggered by opening up to the family member was a major turning point. The angels are guiding them through this process, helping them shed old patterns of thought and fear that have been holding them back. They are beginning to confront the deep desires they've been avoiding. And although this process is painful, it is also necessary for their healing. They are slowly starting to see that the love they feel for you is not something to be feared, but something that can help them grow. At this point, they are realizing that resisting their feelings has only prolonged their suffering. The angels show that the more they reflect on their connection with you, the more they understand its importance in their life. Despite their efforts to distance themselves, they now see that you have always been at the center of their emotions. You are the one who awakened their deepest feelings, challenged their perceptions of love, and made them question long-held beliefs. The more they reflect, the more they are drawn back to you. The angels are working hard behind the scenes to guide them through this transformation. They are sending signs, synchronicities, and even moments of silence where the person is invited to connect with their true feelings. Though it may seem like progress is slow or invisible on the spiritual plane, much is happening. This person is undergoing a profound shift, gradually releasing regressed emotions and fears, which is leading them toward clarity. God bless you. Type Amen if you believe.